What do we have here? I got the Twosun TS193. I always loved this knife. And this one is hooked up by Colin Finigan with this sweet multicolor faded anodizing. And I just fixed it recently. Mine, along with some others that I've heard other people say, had a lock issue. The lock was failing on it. Made it into basically like a slip joint knife. You could lock it open, but if you just pressed on it really hard, it would go closed. So I did a little fix on it, and basically what I did was I took it all apart, and this button part, they call it the plunger, I put this button end in my drill, and then I just put it up against my sander, just lightly and at a light angle, just so that it would be able to push a little further into the little cutout that's in the blade down there. So you can see that part there right above my thumb has a slight angle on it that it didn't have before, and now it's able to push in a little further. Now the button, I thought it would stick out further too, but it doesn't seem to. It seems like it's maybe only a hair further in, but it's just enough to keep it locked to where it doesn't come unlocked now. It's a great knife. Who designed this one? It is let me look at the symbol. Oh, that's right, it is not Max Tikachuk. It is, I'll put it up above. I can't remember the guy's name. Mazwan Mokhtar, that's who it is. So I'll put it up there anyway. Great design, very cool, great sound. But this is not even why we're here. This is a great knife, and you should get one because they just re-released them. They're on eBay, probably other places too. But here's why we're here. We're at the Harbor Freight. So we're doing a little Harbor Freight knife check. A little pocket check here at Harbor Freight. It wouldn't be their pocket, it would be like their knife racks. So we're going to check and see what kind of knives you can get at the Harbor Freight. I'm going to try not to disturb anybody. I already got permission to video, but I'm going to try to, not bother people. I don't want to videotape their employees, stuff like that. So they have a couple of different sections at Harbor Freight with knives, and this is one of them where they have, utility knives. They have the, this is kind of like the Gerber knife right here. Kind of like the, what was it called? The skeleton knife? I don't know what the hell it's called. But it's it's kind of a copy of a Gerber. That one's kind of a Civivi-esque, And then, of course, they have their big, cheesy survival knife, which I don't recommend, definitely. These other ones, they're probably fine for, like, little truck knives or something. I think this guy is also kind of a copy of a Gerber a little bit, too. The little machete guy here. They got like a little survival kit set with a knife, a much larger machete, in 3CR 13 steel. So, it's going to work for a little while. I recommend a carbon steel machete, not cheap stainless steel. Some of their other stuff, like they got the, DeWalt type carpet knives and stuff like that, probably work fine. A little button lock on it. This is kind of a copy of a buck knife for 29 bucks. It's probably not terrible. 7CR steel. That's not the worst, man. That's not the worst. I mean, I can't recommend it. I haven't tried it, but it's interesting. Lots of little razor knives, like this guy. That's kind of cool. So that's this knife section for the most part. Now, if you didn't know, Harbor Freight also has a lot of, kind of what you would call survivalist type gear, gun collector gear, stuff like that. They have ammo cans, metal and plastic. They have some of these tools that you might need for your cleaning of knives and, say, pew-pews also. So that's kind of cool. And lots of different cases for what you could use for pocket knives or you could use for pew-pews. So they definitely have a large selection of stuff that EDC type guys might think is cool. Now this is the knife that had the EDC guys all abuzz for a little while. They call it the Icon. Now this is like their higher end stuff. This whole row here is like all higher end tools. It's kind of like their version of Snap-on, higher end stuff. Now this guy is kind of a Begg Knives copy. That's what people say about it anyway. So I've had one. I think I reviewed it. It's pretty cool. It's actually not bad for 39 bucks. It could be a little cheaper, but it's a good deal. I think it's fair. It's a fair deal for what it is. D2 and carbon fiber and G10. I think it's not bad. They even have these right here at the checkout. This is the checkout aisle here. So, you know, you could grab those right on your way out. Very cool. I forgot, they also have some pretty cool flashlights. You know, not the coolest ones ever, but, you know, like this guy, 200 lumen for $8. That ain't bad. 2 AA's on that one. They even have some higher lumen rechargeable ones. Yeah, pretty cool. It's a neat little place to check out for EDC stuff. What was I even at Harbor Freight for with my little Twosun here? Well, I was gathering up some grinder and some tools and some other things so I can get my wheel back on my camper. We won't go into the details of it, but let's just say it almost fell off. So this area here, right here, is supposed to have bearings in it, and the bearings aren't supposed to just fall all out over the ground, but yeah, they did. Things are all jacked up and I got to get it fixed. So I'm doing that, and this trusty Twosun is helping me. The TS193 is a badass piece. Check out eBay and other places and see if you can grab one before they stop making them again. And have a nice day.